Hey guys, this is Miss Zessie here. So I just wanted to upload a quick video, just giving you guys a tutorial about what you can expect from today's lesson and just walking through you guys each part of the lesson. I figured this might eliminate any confusions, but of course, if you still have any questions, you can always reach out to me over Jupiter Grades, Google Classroom now, my phone number, or my email. So what you're gonna see is the week at a glance for every single slide that I'm gonna post. I'm sorry, every single PowerPoint presentation that I'll post. So it just outlines what's gonna happen throughout the course of the week. So today is 3-24. It's Tuesday. We're going to be focusing on fundamentalism and nationalism in Persepolis. So our readings for today will be The Trip and F-14s. We're going to watch a video about Iran's revolutions, and you're going to have to read an article called The Virtues of Nationalism. So you're basically bringing all this information together in order to respond to the task, which is create an argument about fundamentalism or nationalism. So you're only really picking one, and you're doing this in Google Docs, and the assignment, of course, will be on Google Classroom. So I want to bring your attention to this announcement box over here. It's going to be here all the time. Pay attention to this box because the announcements might change. So you do have a mid-unit assessment that I've tried to make as easy as possible and remix as much as possible, so you guys aren't too overwhelmed, because I know you guys are overwhelmed. And that's due on 11:59 on Friday, before midnight, of course. And your chapter notes are due on Friday as well. So at the end of every single week, you're gonna have to send your chapter notes via PIC, or if you're typing it out, you can do it that way as well. So the next slide. So next slide, stage again Tuesday. So your objective for today is to develop thematic statement about nationalism or fundamentalism and examine the role the theme plays in Persepolis. So you're really thinking about how nationalism or fundamentalism, whichever one you choose, has been developed throughout Persepolis. For this lesson, you're going to need a copy of the book. There's an ebook link in the PowerPoint slide. I'll show you access to Google Classroom and a pen and paper for your notes. So what's being graded? So your assignment, this final assignment, is due on Wednesday at 10 p.m. So the only things that I'm going to accept the next day at 10 p.m., of course, is the whatever you have to type in Google Docs. So those are the end of lesson assignments, and those, of course, are due the next day at 10 p.m. But as far as the discussions go, the discussions really should happen that same day. Otherwise, it's not going to be much of a discussion. So the first assignment that's going to be graded is your thematic statement. So you're sharing your thematic statement at the end of after you finish reading, and you're going to respond to a classmate's thematic statement. Then you have your classroom discussion, and that will be on Zoom at 1 o'clock. So at 1 o'clock on Zoom, I'll open and send an invite out to everyone, and you can log in and we can have a discussion about fundamentalism and nationalism. We'll talk about the article, and so on and so forth. So the Trip and F-14's chapter notes are also due at the end of the week, and then you have your Google Docs, your end of the lesson task, and you're basically writing an argumentative response about nationalism or fundamentalism. So this next page is your mini lesson. So on one side is fundamentalism, on the other side is nationalism. You have the definitions here, and then you can click on each of the links to watch this video, if that's what it asks you to do. And it should look like, after the ad plays, of course, you should see this guy. So he's going to give you a 13-minute video about the revolutions. And really with that, you should definitely be paying attention to what he's saying about fundamentalism and how it has changed Iran and the different laws that they put in place. Then you're going to answer these questions for you. So you're not really posting that anywhere, but you're just really making sure that you can answer these questions. On the next side, it's nationalism, the definition. And then there's an article. You just click on the link, and this article comes up. It's pretty long, which is why I want to go over it in Zoom. Just make sure that if you haven't read it, you've definitely read it by the time we're in Zoom, so we can just talk about it and talk everything through, and I can answer any other questions. So with that, you're going to answer these two questions below, and you're answering that for yourself. So I don't actually really need you to send that in or post it. So the next slide is the reading. So you're going to create a purpose question around fundamentalism and nationalism. So example, this is and, so you're doing both. So how is fundamentalism and nationalism present in the lives of Iranians? So that's the question that you're really going to be focusing on as you read. Well, that's my question I'm going to be focusing on as I read, because it's my purpose question. So you're gonna read the trip and F14s with this question in mind. So it starts on page 75 of the PDF and 72 of the book on the book page. So what I mean by that is when you click on the link, it's gonna come up as a PDF and you'll see this page number. Just go to 75 and you'll see the trip, and the book number should be page 72. So you're gonna read the trip and everything. You're gonna take notes on fundamentalism, nationalism, and also the graphic elements that are used to convey these ideas because they're important. And you're gonna send a picture of your notes after you finish. So your purpose question should be at the top, and then your notes on the trip and F14s on the bottom. And lastly, it's your post-reading assignment. So this is due today. It should be posted today. So what you're doing is you're going to choose either nationalism or fundamentalism and create a thematic statement. And you really want to think about what is the overall message around fundamentalism or nationalism that Satrapi is trying to convey. If you need any help writing a thematic statement, I will post a video about like writing with the step-by-step instructions for writing it, and you can just click the link over here and it'll take you there. And then you're going to post your statement on the Google Classroom assignment titled Fundamentalism, Nationalism, Thematic Statement. And then you can provide, of course, your classmate feedback. That was this assignment here that we were talking about. So that needs to be done today. And part 2 is due on Wednesday at 10 p.m. So you're going to take your revised thematic statement, because either I will give you some revision points or your classmate will. You're going to write a 2-paragraph argumentative response defending your thesis statement. So make sure your thesis statement is universal, and you can also use other chapters from the book to kind of defend your thesis statement. In that, you also really need to make sure you are addressing the other side. So if I'm making a thesis statement about fundamentalism and like the detrimental aspects of fundamentalism, I'm going to really think about like what might the other side say about why it's important, and that can be like a sentence or two. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, just feel free to send me a text, email me, message me on Jupiter Grades, ask your questions. Make sure you tune into Zoom at 1 p.m. Again, that's Zoom at 1 p.m. so you can ask any questions that you need. Thank you.